Hey, it's Brandon, and welcome to Retro Reactions, a place where I experience amazing music from the 70s, 80s, and 90s for the very first time. Very excited. Today we're headed all the way back to 1975, 1999, and 1971 to listen to Of a Lifetime and Topaz by Journey. Wait a While live from the Royal Albert Hall by Deep Purple, John Lord, Sam Brown, and the London Symphony Orchestra. Just a tad excited for that one. And The Park by the amazing Uriah Heep. Wow, what a great journey this is going to be. I'm so excited. I've heard all these bands. I love all these bands. All right, we'll start with Journey. These two songs come from Journey, their first studio album. Looks like this is a progressive rock and jazz rock album. Something different that I haven't heard from Journey. So cool. A few different members. Steve Perry hadn't joined, so excited for this. Proggy Journey. And that's their first studio album, in case I didn't mention that. Of a Lifetime is the album opener. It focuses on spiritual awakening, self-reflection, and remaining true to oneself while navigating life's unpredictable paths. So proggy and introspective. Let's see what we got. Might have heard this lead singer before. Is it Greg Rowley? Let's find out. I'll find out eventually. But anyway, Of a Lifetime. Beautiful. That voice.
Sound of lies misplaced your mind.
Wow.
You're sitting spellbound throughout time. I hope that you remember what you find. Singing my lifetime, yeah.
Pink Floyd moment? Heck yeah.
The countless visions that are drifting, the silver dreams you hate to lose. There's no home, we've all been waiting. Well, keep your faith, do what you choose. Singing my life, yeah.
Good night, everybody. Wow. The coda alone. Of course, one of the best parts. But so much greatness here. Wow. All right. What a journey this was. By journey, from the album Journey. You know, it's a bit longer, so I expected greatness. Knowing who's there and knowing it's proggy. You know, so 70s sounding. That was the first striking difference. A nice change of pace. You know, I'm used to, of course, mostly 80s Journey, some 90s, but the biggest hits of the 80s, which I love. I'm sure Who's Crying Now will always be my #1 favorite song. But, you know, if you would have played me this without telling me who it was, I would have never guessed it was Journey, and I love that contrast. You know, a nice introspective build-up in the instrumentation. That's kind of a normal thing for prog, so that was done to perfection. And then, of course, Greg Rowley arrives. His voice blew me away. Maybe I haven't heard him. The name sounds familiar, though, so most likely I have in one way or another on this channel. It was smooth and airy, yet super powerful. Certain notes he was hitting just had this thick oomph behind them. Hard to explain. You know what I'm talking about if you know this song. And I love that type of voice with all these different qualities that come together for this awesome, satisfying vocal experience. You know, they're already delivering great guitar riffs right from the first album. Thank you, Neil. Thank you, George. Amazing work, especially Neil's solo. Wow, hard hitting. He's always been a guitar legend, and I've always known that. Then one of the best surprises, that Pink Floyd moment in the instrumentation around the 50% mark. That was amazing. Took me to the whole journey I did of Pink Floyd. And then at that point, it hit me. Greg's voice kind of reminds me of David Gilmour a little, at least on this song. Very, very excellent references, of course, so that made it even better. Just plenty of soul and passion flowing from the music in this one, and the vocals, of course. And it fits the lyrics. And then, like I said, that final build-up into the coda was so superb. A frenzy of different emotions, like confusion, yearning, determination, so much. Open to interpretation, but those are the feelings I got from that huge, beautiful coda. Got to mention the keys as well. Great organ here. Was that a interesting retro synth on this side? Something like that. So thank you, Greg. Also, I guess he did the keys, as well as Ross. Wow, amazing stuff. Blew me away. This song totally wears its heart on its sleeve, and I loved it. Therefore, it's getting the Double Epic Platinum Record Award, of course, for Of a Lifetime by Journey. Wow. And we get another one from this album. On to Topaz. It's the 5th track and is an instrumental track. Looks like we might be getting some jazz fusion on this one. That's very exciting. I don't think I've ever heard an instrumental by Journey. Early Journey. I'm here for it. Let's go. All right. I know this one will be great too. Ooh, those strums. You know I love strums. Really. Soft, distant, heavenly. I already want to sing over this. So good. Progressive jazz. Now I'm emotional. Great. Oh, Journey. How can you do that to me? Don't end. Don't leave me. Oh, really? Well then, I thought the first song was amazing. Wow, you never know with me when I'm going to get teary. Didn't expect it for anything Journey, early Journey, prog Journey, jazz Journey, but here we have it right at the end. What a song, what a journey by Journey. Gorgeous, soft instrumentation in the beginning to set the atmosphere. Calm, beautiful, you know. Wow. And then what a turn. We ramp up hugely. Okay, I'm loving it. We're rock again. Then another soft turn. And then back and forth, back and forth. I see what they're doing. I loved it. So unique. There was one section, the other section, and then they went to an even bigger section with that huge guitar solo, I believe. All that was amazing. Arranged beautifully. The music, fully telling the story. No vocals needed. I love that. It was bold and monstrous. And then the next second, gentle, smooth. Again, perfect, seamless back and forths. Wow. And then pretty soon I started getting big vibes of the band Chicago and everything that was happening, probably due to the jazzy elements. Anyone else get that? I mean, as it went on, I'm hearing the song only the beginning. I sang a line from it. Of course, that's one of my favorite Chicago songs. Just reminded me of that big time. I love when references are subtle, but I also love when they're very big like this. Superb organ happening throughout the song. Superb scampering jazz bass. It all just worked beautifully. And then, of course, towards the end, that supreme valley of the song, I'm going to call it, that's when I started getting teary. I started getting completely lost. Can't wait to hear that whole end section again. I'm glad it just did a little hill. I didn't want it to blast up to 100%, and it didn't. So I got to stay in that pocket. Pure bliss and pure transcendent emotion. Again, completely lost. I loved this whole journey from start to finish. Therefore, it should come as no surprise that this one's getting the Triple Epic Platinum Record Award. Absolutely, so easily for Topaz by Journey. Wow. 1975. Thank you, Journey, for making me cry. And thank you, Greg Rowley, Neil Sean, George Tickner, Ross Valerie, and Ainsley Dunbar. Perfection from the first album right out of the gate. And I have 2 more amazing bands to go. All right, let's move on. I'll flip my pages. No edits. I don't want to edit. Anyway, I'm excited for this one. Extremely excited. Wait a While. Live from London. Again, the Royal Albert Hall. Featuring Deep Purple. I don't know if any of the members are on stage. But of course, this is John Lord, Sam Brown, and the London Symphony Orchestra. The song originally comes from John Lord's 1998 solo album titled Pictured Within. I've reacted to 2 of those. Simply stunning. Again, the amazing Sam Brown from Pink Floyd Pulse Concert here on lead vocals. The lyrics explore the poignant, bittersweet emotions of letting a loved one go so they can find solitude while quietly waiting for their eventual return. So maybe some sadness and some hope, I'm guessing, but I know it's going to be 100%, 1,000% beauty. So here we go. Excited for this live version. I've never heard the studio version, so I might hear that later on my own, who knows, but it'll be nice to compare once I've heard both. And I assume more tears might well up here. Rightfully so. Strings, if I must.
Wait before you go, and you will know what I am feeling as you leave. I understand your need for some time, some solitude. Wait a while before you go. You should know by now my heart belongs to you. I know that you must leave, and I can see that it's not easy for you. Know that I'll be here, and know that my soul is always near you. Wait a while before you go. You should know by now I love you, and so I will wait a while for you. Shake the vine, and the leaves start falling. Spill the wine, and all our dreams come tumbling down all around. The sands of time are slipping through my fingers.
Perfect. I knew it would be. You know, I was thinking if I heard this whole studio album pictured within in one sitting, I don't know if I can handle it because all the songs are so beautiful. Wow. No exception here. Of course, Heavenly Piano by John, plus Sam's angelic, breathy, reverbed vocals. That's all I need. Top tier. But of course, we got some more when the strings came in later. Just so captivating hearing the two of them. I was hanging on her every word, of course. She's a master vocalist. Her delivery, you know, she'd have a big note, switch immediately to falsetto. So much talent on stage there. Wow. And that's not even counting Deep Purple, the full band that was also there for this concert with orchestra. Epic. I got to catch on to more of the lyrics since we had a simpler delivery here. I loved every word I heard, so beautiful. Then when the bridge came, the cello came, oh yes, even more gorgeous. Talked about her falsettos. Her voice has many colors. Here in this song it was, you know, comforting, reassuring, you know, a touch of that hope. It had it all. Again, we don't need a huge full orchestra delivering power because this kind of subtle, soft, sad beauty has an equal amount of power in a different way. And then I absolutely love the slow, drawn-out ending. You know, they could have finished on one chord, one note quickly, but they just kept adding elements, drawing it out to, 30 seconds, whatever it was. And that was able to stretch my emotions even further. What a perfect, beautiful, emotional ride. Just pure heaven, as I knew it would be. So, of course, it's getting the double epic Platinum Record Award so easily for Wait a While Live. Wow, stunning. And one more banger, I'm sure. On to the amazing Uriah Heep. The Park comes from Salisbury, their second studio album. It's a melancholic, reflective song about the futility of war and finding fleeting moments of peace amidst deep sorrow. Wow, so we're going to end, of course, with another deep one. So excited, as always, to get back to Uriah. Let's check this one out. Sad song, I'm guessing. Ooh. Is that... Definitely somber.
Let me walk a while alone among the sacred rocks and stones. Let me look in vain beneath upon the beauty of
Wasn't ready for that one either. Okay, let's see if I can do this. Bear with me. Trying to find out the singer. I have a feeling it was a male. High falsetto throughout. Other singers. Let me try to see here. I don't have my glasses. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Wow. I did write this in the personnel list. I don't want to spend too much time trying to read this, but it looks like David Byron, right, was lead vocals on this song. The only ones he's not doing lead is Lady in Black and High Priestess, so that was incredible. I've heard him before on Salisbury, the song. Don't know if he went falsetto there, but I loved it. It fooled me. I thought it was a female at first. That was cool. Something different. You know I love different. What an amazing song, though. The arrangement, killer. Wow. All right, back to the beginning. This cool, soothing intro. It was kind of a organ, percussion dance, some kind of vibraphone or something, other percussion. That was amazing. I'm like, we're off to an amazing start. And then the lead singer comes in. What? Who? I asked. Well, now I know. It must be David. Yeah, definitely a lovely folk vibe to his voice here. Incredible. Of course, I appreciated the acoustic guitar dancing around the mix. I don't know if it was on both sides, but great arpeggios, just flowing, adding so much character to the song, of course. I would call this one a timeless, mystical folk lullaby. That's what I got out of it, at least, the main sections there in the beginning and the end. Then we got 2-part harmony. Maybe it was all David, maybe it was the other gentleman. Then we got 3-part harmony, just building those vocal layers. Absolutely stellar. I loved that element. Wow. Yeah, towards the middle and the end, the instrumental and vocal presentation, the way everything was placed, arranged, mixed, reminded me a bit of Scarborough Fair by Simon and Garfunkel, of course. A stellar song. Of course, I think a lot of it had to do with the vocals here, reminding me of those vocals, dancing with each other in a kind of a round. I love that. It also felt like a chant, a prayer from long, long ago. Again, timeless. The songs lasted through the ages. It has a weight. It has a history to it of hundreds of years in my mind, even though it's only about 50-something years. But you know what I mean? That's what it felt like. And then a huge surprise, a top song moment, that whole jazzy instrumental interlude. Upbeat, jazzy, and then a pause. I love pauses, but we got so many of those pauses. So cool. During the pauses, I was hearing birds, children. I think that was representing the park, I'm guessing, since we're hearing outdoor noises. That whole section so artistically amazing. And definitely a contrast to everything else, that slower folk section. To me, the upbeat, music in that jazz section, as well as the park sound effects, the child, the birds, was all that portraying innocence to contrast with the sad horrors of war. That's what it felt like in my mind. And again, such an epic artistic choice. Wow. And then at the end, the sad part comes back. Yes, perfect. What a journey that made it. Was I hearing 4+ part harmony, maybe 5-part harmony? Talk about a beautiful build on those vocals. I absolutely adored everything about this. Something tells me this whole album is stunning. And just like Salisbury the song, this one's also getting the Triple Epic Platinum Record Award. Who would have thought? I probably would have thought. Yes, Triple Epic for the Park by Uriah Heep. Wow. 1971. So a huge thank you to everyone involved, from Deep Purple, Uriah Heep, especially John Lord, the amazing Sam Brown, David Byron on those beautiful vocals here for Uriah Heep, and Ken Hensley from Uriah Heep for writing this amazing song. Wow, 4 stunning songs today. Loved every single one, as exemplified by my amazing scores. All right, that's it for now. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Anyway, don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment down below. If you wish to chat about these 4, I would love to know what you think. So you take care, stay safe, stay hydrated, and remember to let peace, calm, and light into your day and night. And I'll see you next time in the past.